Welcome to Pinhole Quilting. In this video I'm going to show how you can take the Moxie off the loft frame and put it in a box. So on this one we've got rear handlebars, there's a quilt on it at the moment, and I'm going to show what we need for servicing at Pinhole Quilting, unless we've advised you otherwise in an email. So first of all, unplug the power supply. We don't generally need the power supply unless you're having issues with it. On the side, this encoder can just pop upwards. On the back, this is the encoder from the x-axis, and I'm just going to take that off and put it just to one side for now. Rear handlebars, we fitted those originally using, I'm going to say, a 3mm, and so you need to take that off, and also we need to unplug and remove the laser, which is using a flat screwdriver, which I will need to go and get. So there's two bolts. Any bolts that you remove, it's best to put them back in the machine so that they're there for when you need to reattach it, and that will apply to these rear handlebars as well as the front ones. There's also the post, so I'll show you that. So if you've got that wrapped around, there's your rear handlebars. Keep those safe. Again, unless there's a particular issue with those rear handlebars, you do not need to supply those. And they might need to go in a separate box if they are to be returned. So screw these bolts back in. You could put a channel lock on to stop it moving. So there's a small flathead holding this nice and firm in place. Put that safely with the rear handlebars. Take off the locking nut, remove the bolt, put the washer back on so that you have it safe for when you return the machine to the frame at the end of the day. Only ask for the thread mask to be returned, so keep that safe with the other items that you've removed. Washer. We quite often notice when machines come in for sale how often the washers are missing, but if you do this and just put that safely aside on there, it'll go up here, but it can't come off. Take this post out. You will need to put that somewhere safe. That doesn't have a locking nut. All right, so the Moxie itself. Take off these handlebars first. So there's Allen key nuts in the top. You should have all the tools from when you set the machine up, or if the engineer set it up for you, have a look and see what tools were left in the box. This angles up and then angles towards the front, and then you can unplug. There's two cables that go into little jack plugs there, and then we've also got another 3mm 4 bolts holding the handlebars in place. Of course, you could also look at the built app for how it was assembled in the first place and just do it in reverse order. Support the handlebars. Make sure you don't drop these nuts and the washer into the inside of the machine. it's really hard to get them out again. Put the nuts back in, the bolts back in. So next we're going to remove the rails so that we can take the Moxie off. It's got the two rails under the free arm, so obviously we've got to take those off. There's a silver push-in that secures the rails in place. So push that far end in, loosen off the quilt a bit if necessary. Take that to a place where you can get this through the free arm. You might have to remove the quilt a little bit. And this one, as well, the idler bar. And now your Moxie is able to be removed from the frame. Now you've got the rails just laying on the top of the loft frame. We've got the Moxie with no rear handlebars or front handlebars, and you've disconnected the laser if you've got those optional extras. If you've got the Pro Stitcher light, you also need to remove those items. So that's at the front, and also the plug into the Pro Stitcher light will be there instead of the laser light, but removed in the same way. And so now you can remove it. Hold the machine under the free arm. Don't hold it by the needle. Carry it over to your box, which will be the wrong way around. 50-50 chance. So turn it the right way around, according to the box that you've pulled out. And lay the Moxie in the box. And you can put your handlebars from the front in it. Have a look at the inside of the box, see which way around those go, and you can put that down like so, and that's it. That's how to pack up the Moxie using when you put it on a loft frame and send it to us for either servicing or anything else that we've requested it to be returned for. And that's it. If you've got any questions, you can email us at quilt@pinholequilting.co.uk.